Hey guys, welcome back to Controversially High. Today's gonna be a special episode. Today's gonna be an episode about life lessons that I've learned, and I'm gonna pass these on to my daughter. So here they are, and if you guys have similar lessons, don't be afraid to share them in the comments. I'd like to know some. So first of all, we're gonna start with number one: school. To my beautiful daughter, stay in school. Believe me that you want to have at least a basic form of education. A lot of people don't like going to school, don't care about going to school, but you should go to school. Seriously, it is the foundation of what will make you you. So just go. Trust me, if you don't go to school, you're going to be dumb. And then really, you don't want to be dumb because you want to be able to articulate and say what you want instead of, bursting out and going crazy and doing something stupid. All right, so just stay in school. Believe me, school's fun. You'll make friends. It's not as bad as people think it is. So just don't be afraid of it. Number two, friends. Choose your friends wisely, okay? What do I mean by that? I mean, like, make sure you know who you're hanging with. Don't be hanging out with people who are going to get you into trouble and who are going to lead you down a path. You have the opportunity to say no, and you have the opportunity to step away. Just choose your friends carefully. I chose one of my best friends. We've known each other for over 10 years. He's always been there for me. No matter what, a true friend will always be there, no matter the circumstances. They always are there, believe me. All right, so choose your friends wisely. Don't go around falling into peer pressure and doing something you don't want to do. All right, so just choose who you want to hang out with, because you can go down the right path and you could go down the wrong path. And believe me, when you're going down the wrong path, you will know it. All right, number three will be boys. Just be careful with boys, boo. Just be very careful. Guys will tell you whatever they need to tell you just to get into your pants. Some guys will like you because they like you. Some dudes will like you because you're just beautiful. So, just be careful with boys. Boys can be a good thing, but they could also be a bad thing. So just be careful what you do with boys, all right? Don't let them do anything that you don't want them to do, okay? So just be careful with boys. Be friends with them. They're cool. Not saying not to be friends with them, just saying be careful. Number four, it's going to be heartbreak, man. Right after that. It happens. It's going to happen, boo. You're going to get your heart broken. Don't let it kill you. You will feel sad. You will feel kind of depressed. But when you really fall in love for the first time and you experience your first heartbreak, don't worry. All right? It'll come to pass and you will learn from it. And you take what you remember from that relationship, take it for what it was, and be happy that it happened. And just let it go. It's hard, believe me. And take your time. Never rush to heal your heartbreak, okay? Never rush into healing it. Don't do nothing. Just let it heal. It'll heal. Time heals all wounds. Believe me. It's the truth. Believe me. Don't be afraid of a little heartbreak. It happens to everybody. It's a life lesson that needs to be learned, all right? So that's when you're going to know who's truly worth loving and what's really worth loving. So just pay attention, okay? So don't be too afraid of it. Number five will be violence. Violence is like a give or take thing with me. It's kind of difficult to explain it, but I'm going to say just use your violence anytime you need to get violent, anytime you need to take on confrontation, defend yourself by all causes, by all means. Don't be afraid to defend yourself. Don't let nobody abuse you. Don't let nobody touch you. Don't let nobody do nothing to you. You fight back if you have to. Never fear violence, okay? Never feel it. If it's because you're trying to defend yourself, all right? That's all I'm saying. When you're trying to defend yourself, do it. But other than that, try to avoid it, because violence is a quick way to get you locked up. It's a quick way to ruin your entire life. So just be careful. Don't let those violent tantrums, get to you, if you get any. I hope you never, ever become that person. Number six is love. You're going to fall in love, and don't fear what hasn't happened yet. So when you get older, you're going to realize, you're going to think about love, and you're going to be like, oh, what if this doesn't work out? Just don't fear what hasn't happened yet. All right. Just love, take it for what it is. Love the person, enjoy it. Love is the greatest trip you will ever have. It is truly amazing. It is the foundation to every family. It is the foundation to every being. It is the only thing that unites all of us. It's love. And believe me, you will fall in love. There's different types of love. You will fall in love with someone someone you want to spend the rest of your life with, but you will also love, like, if you have kids, you're going to love them all the way through, just as I love you. So don't be afraid to love, all right? Don't fear for what hasn't happened yet. So don't be afraid to take a leap of faith with somebody. Never be afraid to love somebody. Never be afraid to, to experience new things. That's what life is. It's a bunch of experiences. So love, don't let it control you. Just enjoy it. Believe me, just enjoy it. It's a story, and everyone has their own, and I can't wait to hear yours. Now with love, after love, after the heartbreak, sometimes you have this thing called depression. And I don't want that to consume you. Really, I really don't want it to consume you. So don't let it consume you, because it can take you down a dark path, and it could really cause more harm than it can anything else. So if you're feeling depressed, don't let it consume you. You will feel it. I'm not telling you not to feel it. I cannot tell you to do that, because when you feel, emotions, man. That's what makes us us. And we're trying to take emotion out of everything. I noticed that everybody wants to be this cold thing. So don't ever be afraid and to show your emotions. And depression, don't let it get to you. It happens. Depression leads into something else, which is the next subject, which is anxiety. You're going to get anxious for many things. Sometimes you're going to get anxious before a date. You're going to get anxious before a meeting. You're going to get anxious before a test, anxious before going to school. Anxiety is it's part of life, but you need to learn to control it, and you need to learn to relax around it, because wherever you are at that moment in time, anxiety, don't let it control you. You got this. Take control of yourself. You could control your own body. You make it do what you want. So before a race, just focus on you. Don't let the anxiety get to you. Just use that as a building block to be the best that you can. So anxiety, instead of using it as a disadvantage, learn how to tap into that anxiety that gives you courage, that gives you the motivation to push forward. And I cannot tell you how anxiety is going to hit you, because each one of these things will hit you differently. But when it comes to anxiety, control it. Don't be too afraid of it, because anxiety is just a temporary feeling, just like depression and everything else. And alone, I know the next subject is being alone. I know alone sounds like, really? And being alone is a learning thing, because your whole life you're with family. Not everybody, but most people, your whole life you're with family. Your whole life you're with friends. Your whole life you're going to school. Your whole life is this and that. So when you get older, there will be a time when you have to venture on alone, and it's scary, because you can't rely on nobody. You are by yourself, truly alone, and it's something you need to experience. It's something that we have to get used to. As an adult, it happens more often, like doing things your own, doing things by yourself, and taking control of your own shit. And sometimes you got to be alone when you do it. You don't have nobody with you. But don't let that make you an egotistical maniac, okay? Because being alone doesn't mean that you're better than everybody. That doesn't. So don't mix those two, all right? But you do have to learn to be alone eventually in your life. And it's part of, I feel like that's one of the goals in life, and one of the things that you must achieve is be able to rely on yourself when no one is there for you. So don't be afraid to be alone, because of being alone will build you into a different person, and it builds a good character to me. It builds somebody who's willing to lead, all right? So don't be afraid to be alone. It's part of life. And lastly is kids and marriage. If you ever have kids, love them. Love them to death, because I'm telling you, they are the greatest thing ever. They are the greatest thing that can happen to you. They will make you laugh. They will surprise you. They will shock you. But they will never fail to put a smile on your face. They will always put a smile on your face. So don't ever be afraid when it comes of age, obviously. I mean, when you're like 18 or 21 and older, where you will finally found the person you love, marry that person, enjoy that person. Life is short. Enjoy the few years you get to be with that person, and be happy, spend time with your kids. You're going to love it. Don't be afraid of that. Just because you see other people fail and not be a close-knit family doesn't mean that you will fail too. So don't ever think that just because somebody else failed in your family that you will fail either, because you're not going to fail, all right? You're not. It just takes two people willing to really dig in and fight through all the stuff that you will go through. You know, it's a battle, but it's a battle where both of you have to be on the same side. Because if at any moment somebody's on the opposite side, you know, it probably won't work. So don't be too afraid of anything. All right, that's the most of it. Just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to fail. All right, mistakes are proof that you are trying. So never be afraid to fail. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and to my beautiful daughter, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you get to hear it. Maybe I'll get to talk to you soon. All right, guys, take it easy. All right, have a good one.